Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday morning to you, or evening, or Monday morning, depending on maybe where you're at in the world. Probably not Monday morning yet. Well, it could be if it's midnight. But happy day to you, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Let me just get my desktop all set up here, and we will get into it. I'm feeling better and better and better. So thank you guys for all your love and all your prayers and all the support. I so greatly appreciate it. Um, Catching you up on my host, if you guys have been attending here, she actually was in the hospital Friday into Saturday. They just wanted to check because she had some tightness in her chest and stuff, and find out they said it's probably COVID. They didn't give her a COVID test because they'd done all these other tests and she was ready to go home. But this morning she was like, well, I lost my taste, so I think we are confirmed it is. So I think that's what I had. I had the plague for a couple of weeks, and now it's her turn. So she's a tough cookie. So thank you guys if you want to continue to send her love and prayers to her. And when we open up today, when we send love out, if you want to join me in sending some extra love to her, I appreciate that too. Right. Well, let's get into it. All right. YouTube does say that we're live, so that's good that we're confirmed. And we're good there. All right. So if you'd like to join me, we'll start off by taking a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now, whether you want to breathe in through your nose and hold it for how long you want and exhale how you want. We'll do that just to come back to the moment. And then I'll bring in our beautiful singing bowl and hit it 3 times. And each time we hit that, we just let that love flow down like a giant waterfall, filling up our heart, our lives, our bodies, our minds, just everything, and let it fill us up and then flow out to the world. So let's take a big deep breath. Beautiful. Just as I do that, the air conditioner turns on. There's the exhale from the air conditioner. Hope that's not too loud for you guys. All right, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Just put her back here on her perch. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Good to see everyone. Hope you are well. And I'm wearing my Tigger shirt today, from Winnie the Pooh. I saw this and I love Tigger. He was always the whoo. I know Tigger. He very much like joyful, happy, upbeat. He always looked at the bright side of things, and so he was always, the the positive one and the higher joy energy. So I was like, wow, he represents, that higher vibration. So I love that, And then Eeyore was the always something wrong. So I love that. Hey, Elena. All right. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome. Obviously, we've got a great group of people with huge hearts, great senses of humor, very important in this day and age. How the free readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. The chat's it. That's the list. There's no special list. It's it. You just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. and yeah, and then we'll pull cards and see what Spirit has. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those readings, stepping out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards, usually free readings, a card, maybe two. But for the donations, I do dive deeper. And when I'm done, I return back and I move down the list. On Sundays, I'm gonna. Usually, I was doing it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but it was wearing me out, and until I get all my energy back, I'm just gonna keep Sundays. Where if I don't get through all of the free readings on this one, then I will come back after I spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members and after I eat, and then I'll come back on and I'll make sure all free readings get done today. So if you've been trying on Friday and Saturday and I hadn't gotten to you, today's the day I will make sure that we do get cards pulled for you. So there you go. So thank you so much. All right. Shut up, you're winning an Eero shirt. Wow. how we're in sync there, Shailene. That is great. Which Eeyore, if you've watched, is it Inside Out? I think it's Inside Out. They have a new one coming out, Inside Out 2. It's the Pixar with the four characters, Joy and the one that's blue and anger and I think what was the other one, Fear. But they've got, I love the first movie. I haven't seen the second one yet, but the first movie, because it shows that all emotions important, even Blue. I think that's her name is Blue, and I love that. So Eeyore is just as necessary to our experience. In fact, it's why we come here, so we can understand the other opposite as well. So I'm going to be using this transient light tarot today. Ooh, the all-seeing eye. So if you're interested in that, after you see them, you know what that looks like there. And so we will get into the readings. So up first, we've got a few here from Supernova. Thank you so much. You're always consistently giving, and I so appreciate that. And HTTPS, one of my monthly YouTube channel members, shout out to you and thank you for that. You'll be up after that. And then Jeep, a lot of you guys are regular donators, and I'm so grateful because I'm able to do what I do, and you're a big part of that. So thank you. And then Nelia, we'll do a double Nelia there. And then Irish Donna Tarot, hey, thank you so much. And then you'll be up after that. So we'll take a look here. So we'll start off with Supernova. So we got the big purple heart. Thanks. Thank you so much for your first donation. And let's scroll down here. Here's number one. What do you need to know right now? All right. Let's take a look here. Give these a shuffle. Take a quick sip of my coffee. Sorry, my pipes are still clearing out a little bit this morning. All right. So what do you need to know right now? What would you like Supernova to know? All right. All right. What is all this about? Let's take a look here. So you've got the 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck here, which the 10 of Wands is this ending of where you're investing your energy and a movement um, into something new. And it is this, I feel like there's this bridge that's happening here because you've got one card and then you got one card like this and then one card like this. So it does look like a bridge. And there's this. So I feel like we're going to find out here in a moment. I haven't seen the cards yet. What they're telling me is it's like where you're at, the bridge you're going over, and the new beginning that's about to come forward here for you. I do see the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction with new information. Positive, it's you wanting to make a change, though, and to change into a different place. So let's take a look here. Let's see what this is about. All right. Oh, that's right. These cards have I think past, present, and future cards in here. And so right here, right now is where they're saying that you're at this, you're in this moment, there's a lot going on, and it feels like that the future feels uncertain. Like, I don't know what's coming, I don't know what's next. And there's this energy of like, we can put too much into the future of what's coming. I don't know what's next. Um, you know, what do I need to do? We can get a lot of anxiety and a lot of energy into the future when we have enough energy for this moment. And if we try to split out all present moment energy into the future, it feels like there's not enough. The story or the picture that spirit gives me with this, which is funny, is like a little kid um at at a cafeteria at school, and there's the little old lunch lady with the hairnet, behind with her apron and everything, and the plastic gloves, and she's scooping up food for children, and the little kid is freaking out because they're like, I'm not going to have enough money for all a week. And they're like, honey, you get new money every day, so you have enough for your meal for today. So don't worry about the rest of the week. You'll have more tomorrow. And I feel like that's the energy that they're coming to have you here. Be present. Come back to this moment. Look at where you're investing your energy, and you can bring it back to right here, right now. Let's see what this bridge is. Yep, you have the devil. So the shaking and the rattling here, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. So these fears and this pressure of I've got to be a light. Like you have this fire within you that is just it is part of who you are. Of course, I think you're Leo energy, right? But it's like it's this fire within you that wants to come out, and you feel this pressure building within you, and you're like, I just gotta let it out. But it's when we put too much pressure on it, then it I don't know, it doesn't really dim it as much as it suppresses it, and it just combusts. It gets more and more, instead of it's like it's wanting to be expressed, and it's like we're holding back, not expressing it. It's building up, kind of like a water hose, a garden hose, where you turn on the spigot and the water's filling the hose, but the little sprayer on the end isn't on, so the pressure's building up in the hose, and it's wanting you to psh, and when you first go psh, and it's like all this water and pressure comes out, and then it goes back to normal. That's what's coming in here. It's like the need to express the light within you is very strong for you. And this is leading you to the Four of Swords. I like that. Peace of mind and the Revealer, the High Priestess. Yeah, the hidden and the unknown it's like they're saying, have peace of mind. Um, Everything's going to unfold. Trust your gut, trust your instinct, follow your heart, connect with spirit. There's no wrong, there's no right. Um, it'll be perfect however it unfolds. We've got eternity. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself too, of how it's to be expressed, how your light needs to shine, supposed to shine, has to shine, blah blah blah. Let it be from your heart. Let it be to be expressed. It's kind of, they're reminding me, I was doing weekly pick a cards and doing this and this and this because I felt like, well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I enjoy doing it for a while and doing a lot of stuff, but they're like, "All right, take the pressure off. It's becoming a supposed to instead of a expression of your heart, so back off a little bit." And that's what I'm doing for a while. And it's there's that fear in there of like, what if people don't like it? And it's like, people will appreciate it more if I do things from my heart than if I feel I'm doing it because I have to, right? And this is kind of what they're telling you here. And that leads you, oh my gosh, you can't make this up, to the future. So I forgot I left these in here. You have the present and the future. It's like, okay, so trust the path and follow your heart and allow yourself to express your your dream in your own unique special way. So I love that for you. So that's what they feel you need to know right now. I don't know if you had your procedure yet today, but definitely that can also apply to that. Is just come back to the present. Don't worry about the future. Just be in this moment. Take a big deep breath. Happy music, right? Have happy music in here in real life too, right? So I like that for you. All right. And then number two for you here, we got the new. So thank you for that donation. And let's take a look here. Number two is, what does your spirit guides want you to know about life and living? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have. I feel like we want to go to this Wisdom of Hafiz Oracle. Let's see what they have here for you. All right, that must be your card. Comes flying out. Yeah, study to know yourself. Did we get this before? Card number 25. This seems familiar. Let's see what this is. Yeah, the moon asked about her luminosity and said, I know myself. We set goals, we make vision boards, we study the landscape of desire to know its expanse and anticipate its fulfillment. Yet the greatest unexplored territory is the human soul. You are an exquisite temple for a magnificent being who yearns to be known, loved, and charted. Explore the vastness of your soul's dimension. Treasure awaits. I feel like we got this before when we were talking about counseling and getting to know yourself. This is what they're bringing back to me, which is always an amazing thing when I remember readings from weeks, and it's because I do so many. Uh, so I feel like that's what they're bringing in here is a focus on letting you know that that is important. It's important process, and looking at your life as an adventure into your soul, and not an external, um, like um, journey, and that's where you're going to find a fulfillment. In fact, I'm just distracted and they want me to jump to this because you got the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Coins, which is exactly what we're saying here. And this is like the Four of Pentacles teaches us that when we're looking for fulfillment, we're looking for the definition of our worth. We're all taught, look out here for it, right? We're all usually, most human children are, unless you're a baby who's given to a Buddhist temple when you're a baby, then you might have different. But most humans grow up going, your worth has to do with your relationships, situations like jobs, education, social status, whatever, or things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. This is how we define our worth and everything like that, right? And when we do that, we feel unstable because all of those things are unstable. And so it's like this vision. They're saying, let your life be a exploration and an adventure of your soul, and then let the outside world be mirrors and reflections. Always, it always is pointing us back. Eventually we get disappointed and tired of that instability of the outside world, that we do turn inward and upward to find that eternal, unconditional love that is the only stable thing we find in this realm. And I feel like that's what they're saying here is like, allow the journey to be reflection into your, to your soul. Let that be your journey. Let that be, what what life is, what living is. Because when we're trying to fulfill all these expectations and all this stuff of the outside world, it's not wasted energy. It's just not going to give us the return that we're looking for. We do learn so much because once we discover and experience the disappointments and the lower vibration that we do come here to experience, then that's like the master number 11. Our human experiences the human experience. And then we wake up and go, I'm so much more than just this human character I'm playing here. I'm this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And that's the actor behind all of our characters that we play throughout many different lifetimes, different existences. And then we join together, and then we're able to walk together, our human and our higher self. That's master number 11. Master number 22, 11 plus 22 is master number 33, and that's what master number 33 is for me, is the joining together, the hand in hand with spirit and human, embracing both and not thinking our higher self has to destroy our human ego self. No, it completes it, and we walk together. Let's see what else they have here. Yeah, here again, here, wow, 3 of wands and 10 of wands. So this is the information that allows you to change directions. This is what you got on your first reading. You got these 2 that were on the bottom of the deck. So there is this change of energy, and it's the movement of not spending so much energy out here, but searching in here, then allowing that to fill you up. And then you overflow out to the world, expressing yourself to the world in your own special, unique way, that unconditional love of who you are with the world. So it starts in here, you fill up, and it overflows out there. You're like, wow. And then you share your journey. You're like, this is where I came from, and this is where I am. This is your stories. These are the words to your songs, right? Yeah, keeper of coins. This is the king of pentacles. So there is this abundance, this fullness of life, which is what happens with that 4 of coins to the keeper of coins. That's one of the biggest things that the king of pentacles learns, is that fulfillment from the inside. And then they realize that everything, when we look into the outside world to fulfill us, it falls short. We experience lack, right? But when we find what we're looking for on the inside, which is the only place we can find it, inward and upward, when we fill up and overflow, the world transforms from a place of feeling lack and falling short to whatever they give, since we're already full and overflowing from the inside out. What other people give us, just, you know, um, it's above and beyond extra. It's abundance, right? And that's what comes in with this energy. Yeah, Ace of Swords. So this is the way we can look at things, right? Love the butterfly on the Ace of Swords. It gives us access to the higher realms. Yeah, you even have the Five of Pentacles. Transformation of lack to feeling full, realizing we get everything we need from the Creator. That humans will be the delivery company that will bring things to us, but it's the creator and spirit in the universe that bring us our sustenance in each moment. And we can build that trusting relationship with them too. And this Ace of Swords is this abundance. It is this seeing things from a higher perspective, a bigger perspective, from a place of unconditional love, rather than the small t truths that we're taught that are rooted in fear, right? Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not having enough, fear of not being enough. So I like that energy that comes in with that. Right. So that's what we have for number 2. And I actually don't see number 3 and number 4 yet. So you might have had to go off to your procedure if you hadn't had it yet, or you might have passed out and are asleep. So I will grab these and I'll keep looking. As soon as you post them, then we'll jump to those. All right. So many blessings. Thank you again for your multiple donations. All right. And then we are to HTTPS. So thank you so much for that donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And you want messages from your higher self. And I feel drawn to these angelic activation oracle. Let's see what they have here. So let's see what message do they have here. All right, there we are. All right, so you got Holy Amethyst. Beautiful, beautiful card. And I'll let you see that and then I'll read it. And it says, you are the light. You have a light within you, and this light will never go out. Whenever you face darkness, this brilliance has the opportunity to shine. Right now, the Creator and the angels are calling you to switch your light on full. Stand in the greatness of your spirit. Do not back down and be the bringer of good that you were born to be. Wow. The activation, I am a light of hope in the world. I love amethyst, of course. That's probably my birthstone. So amethyst, sometimes called holy amethyst or lady amethyst, is a divine feminine archangel connected to the energies of transformation and transmutation. She's the divine counterpart of Zadkiel, the keeper of the violet flame, and for that reason has been seen as a guardian of that energy or even a personification of it. The only documentation of her appears in New Age teachings from the 1980s onward, but she's well regarded and trusted by healers and psychics as an angel who is helping bring in the new golden age. Her sole mission is to help us take what has challenged us and transform it into a mission to serve the earth. I love this. Extra guidance. You are a light worker. Consider your current situation an opportunity for you to grow. If there's any unfavorable energy surrounding you, call in the light of the Creator and know that angels are willing to work with you and through you. Your life hasn't happened by chance or accident. You have a particularly powerful presence that can facilitate healing and change. Any hesitation you may be experiencing is an unearthing of old beliefs that are now ready to be released once and for all. Trust in yourself and in your light. Again, the activation is I am a light of hope in the world. How perfect. Yeah, I feel like this is really, really, really reinforcing your own energy and the path. And if there's any doubt that you are here on purpose for a purpose to share that light for healing and for change, that this is just telling you matter of factly, no, this is what you're here for. You are a light of hope in the world. Shine bright. It's time to step forward and shine. You know, there is a lot going on in the world, obviously, always, but it just seems like there's this culmination of the light is getting lighter, the dark is getting darker, because there is this kind of pulling away and this sorting. And it's important for you to be that beacon of light because it does help activate the light in other people, allows them to realize what is inside of them and what's going on there. So that is what they have for you right now, HTTPS. So many blessings to you. Again, I appreciate the donation. Right. And then Jeep, hello, hello. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. You want to know what is coming up for you next week? All right. Let's just highlight that so I can see where I'm at. All right. So what is coming up for you next week? Okay, we got those and those. And that one and then that one. All right. Let's see what we have here. right. So the bottom of the deck, you do have the Crown of Swords, and this would be, I believe, the Crown of Swords in this one. This is the King of Swords, and this is a lot of thinking, a lot of decision making, a lot of perspective, a lot of clarity coming in for you about, it connects you to the higher truth. It's a lot like the Hierophant, excuse me, where it's like your soul is calling you to see the capital T truth of what do you really want? What do you really want to do? Where do you want to really be? So I feel like there's a lot of this clarity that's coming in the last week of August that's taking you into, where you're headed and where you're going. Let's see what else they have here for you. Yeah, you got the Four of Cups. So emotional stability. I like that. Because you're really seeing here, you can see the three pots that are on the wall there, and that's like, um, you're seeing what hasn't fulfilled you, what doesn't make you happy, and you're like, why do I want to repeat that? And you have the fourth vessel is actually the watering can, which I like the way they interpret this with this imagery, because it's like with this clarity comes in going, all right. What do I want to water and grow in my life? What do I want more of that will make me emotionally feel, this love flowing out of me, right? Instead of the mind going, well, this is what I should do. It's like those things are dead. Those are those plants that don't need any more of the watering. It's about you choosing what to water with your emotional energy. Wow, look at this. And then you have the Four of Pentacles too. So there's emotional stability, stability of your outside world. But we had just talked a little bit about the Four Pentacles, that realizing that the outside world can't fulfill us, right? When we look to relationships, situations, things, bodies, bank account, possessions, this is going to make me feel full. We're all taught that growing up, that they're supposed to, but they don't. If they fulfill us at all, there's this, energy of, um, you know, that is temporary. It's just going to be like, um, here in America, when we eat Chinese food, American Chinese food, I guess it's the MSG or whatever is in it. You eat it and you're hungry an hour later. That's the kind of, with the outside world, how it fulfills us. It's like Chinese food. It's like, no, doesn't fill me. I'm hungry again. I need more. I need more. I need more, until we turn inward and upward. That's where we find our stability. And I feel like this is what's kind of coming around and being known when we see things from that higher perspective. That's what this King of Swords, they hold the Ace of Swords, which allows us to connect to that capital T truth of who we really are and what really does fulfill us, which is what we're hungry for. Our soul's hungry for, that inward and upward connection, right? Yeah, you're the Ace of Cups. So you're realizing some new things that bring you joy, that bring you that feeling. Yeah, and the Ten of Wands is the changing of your energy next week, too. Realizing what is truly important, what is truly urgent, not what our mind has been taught that, right? Everything under the sun is important and urgent, right? It's one big bucket, urgent, important, everything. And then we're overwhelmed because there's so much we feel we have to do. But I love the 10 of Wands, what Spirit recently gave me, which is they showed me three buckets. We get into this clarity of what is truly important and urgent in one bucket. And then the second bucket is what is important but not urgent. So we can take those important things and split them out and make it reasonable, right? And realize when those will become urgent, but we can space those out on our calendar in a way. And then there's the bucket of urgent but not important, that we don't really need to invest energy in. It's just saying, I'm urgent, I'm urgent. You're like, I get you, but you're not important. I focus my energy on the first bucket. If I have energy left over, I start working on the important that's not urgent. And then if I finish everything and I'm bored and I want to do something in that bucket, I can stick my hand in and go, I'll work on this thing, but I don't have to. these will take care of themselves or fall away because they're not important. We don't need to invest energy in them. So I feel like next week is this reorganization, this reprioritization of what is truly important, what is truly urgent. Yeah, and the Six of Swords. Yep, movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So a lot of clarity that comes in. I just feel like here comes some decision making time, and and there's no wrong choice, but there's just sit back and ask for clarity if you're unsure. Because if we need to make decisions and we don't know what to decide, it's because we don't have enough information. And then we can ask Spirit, can you give me clarity on which to make here? Make it a no brainer if you could. And we just have to ask of our own free will, trusting that we deserve answers, and then Creator will bring them here. But I feel like next week, that's what they have is a lot of important decisions. But try to step out of your human brain, connect to the higher brain, connect with your higher heart, and then see where these important, urgent things, what falls into which bucket. Right. Wow. I love that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Jeep Jeep. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then Nelia Medeiros, double whammy here. So thank you for your dual donations here. And the standing on your head emoji is what I'm going to call it. So thank you for your first donation. So the next time you move to a new home, will it be with your daughters? So will your daughters live with you, or will you live alone? And when will this move happen and what reason? All right. So will the daughters move with you? Of course, you'll have your fur babies. I remember yesterday. And then when and the why. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So I like the bottom of the deck when you have the Keeper of Vessels. This is the Queen of Cups. And following your heart is the key. I like this because there is this, I don't know, there's this freedom that comes in our lives when we, um, when we get out of our heads and into our heart, and we, because a lot of what we're in our human mind is all these supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts that just suck the wind out of our sails, suck the life out of our lives, where we feel like we're existing. And when we can get beyond that and get into our heart, then it's like, we can follow our heart, follow intuition, and we feel like we're living and not just existing. So I like that energy. It's funny, your cards spell out lit, L-I-T. It's like they had me do L, and then there's two cards forming an I, and then they had the other one do a T. And it's like your life is lit. That's funny. So let's take a look here at your first question, which is, will your daughters live with you, or will you be by yourself? By yourself. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Hermit number and physical. So the Nine of Vessels is all about being alone in the outside world. And the Three of Pentacles, if there was any doubt, is the card of being true to your authentic self. So being true to you. And so both of those together tell me that it will be by yourself. So freedom. That's good for your daughter's growth too, of course. When will this move happen here? Wow, you've got both the Hierophant and the Strength card. So this is your higher self with your human self. That's your higher self. This is your human self, the lion. And the Hierophant is your higher self calling you to this higher place to see these capital T truths. So this does tell me here, anyway, between now, the number 8 strength card, and May of next year. And I know that's a big period of time, but on the bottom of the deck, you do have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Apprentice of Wands, which would be the Page of Wands. All of this has to do with mindsets and your focus and your choices. So that's what's amazing with so much in our life. There's not a lot of exact moments like at this exact day, this exact time, this is when it has to happen. Our births are probably one of the few exact things because our soul chooses, knowing it sees when we come in into this timeline in this exact place at this exact time and this exact moment with all the planets. This is what possibilities come into our lives, right? And when that happens, that's great, right? Because it's like, wow. Because I feel like we've had lifetimes before where it was very structured, where it's kind of like going on a ride at Disneyland or some amusement park. It's on a track. It's always the exact same experience over and over and over again. And it's like, that was fun, but wouldn't it be fun if you have no idea what track? There's like 1,000 different roller coaster tracks, and when it goes off, it depends on what you choose to what roller coaster ride you end up riding. Well, that's kind of what this life is about. We go in all these different directions, and the timing of things changes by our decisions, by the stories that we change, by our the energy we put forward. So it's I feel like it's anywhere between August, like right now, and May of next year. Just those 8 and those 5s stand out here. So that's the timing. And the why, let's take a look here. Yeah. So you have the Queen of Wands. That's the you taking your wand energy into your own. And she also connects to spirit very strongly. And the Justice card is the balancing out of things too, with all of this coming in here. So I like this energy of you're taking you're balancing your stories, you're getting out of your head, you're clarifying what it is you really want, and then you're stepping into your energy and you're focusing in on gratitude. And that's what happens with the Ace of Wands, Apprentice of Wands, the Queen of Wands. When we're focusing on I want a new place, I want to move, I need to move, I miss having my own place. When we focus on that lower vibrational energy of wanting and needing, what that does is that we tell the universe that we enjoy feeling that way. Can I have more of that? Right. And so what we want is pushed further away because we're wanting to stay in our wantingness instead of the haveness. And so we can ask the creator once, right? I would really just like to have my own place for a while. And so I know you're going to bring the perfect place and the perfect way and the perfect timing. Thank you. And you just stay in gratitude, knowing that it's coming. And that and changing of that energy is how things change. So I feel like this is what's happening. This is why it happens, is because it becomes your desire for it. Because if you don't, if you're just existing and you're not asking and you're not putting energy towards that, then the universe is like, well, you must be happy where you're at, doing where you're at. And so you're going to stay where you're at until we take that chance. I know that's scary because we've kind of asked for things so much in our lives and didn't get it. We're just tired of disappointment, but it's because we were never taught the correct way of changing our energy and opening the doors and matching our energy to that, and allowing ourselves to receive things too. And for anyone that's listening to, I'm sure I probably shared these with you before, but I've got 2 videos about energy focus and our um, uh, rate of exchange for giving and receiving. And these are the 2 videos here from my Take 10 with Zen. I just feel whoever this is for, maybe it isn't for you. You might already have all this information, Nelia, but so forever this is for, these tell us about our energy focus more in a little more detail, giving a tool and how we can transform it, and also our out of balance giving and receiving that's below the surface that creates these force fields that keeps things from coming in, right? And so if we look at those things and adjust it, we can consciously adjust our energy, consciously adjust our giving and receiving that's below the surface that changes how things come in and the timing of things as well. So I feel like those will help if they haven't seen those before. So thank you so much for your first donation. And then secondly, and this is the one with the hearts. Yay. So let's take a look here. And all right. And then I do see your free reading. So we'll come back to that when I get through all the other donations. So any messages from your future soulmate, true love, general reading on that. All right, let's take a look here. So take a look there, and future soulmate, true love. So those are the messages from them, and then general reading on that as well. All right. So the bottom of the deck, we have the nurturer, the empress. So I love this energy that comes in here because this is this, the birthing of new things, but the importance of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, finding the love within yourself, this transformation of that within yourself too. So I like that energy that comes in with that, especially around love, because that's, we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. And so it's such an important piece of our journey of love that when we have all these mirrors that keep pointing us back inward and upward to see where we're coming from, to see that energy of where our love sits. And they usually show like a little, if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to send out, it's going to trickle. No matter how much love they want to give me, it's going to trickle in. But the more I work on my self-love and my self-worth and open that pipeline, it automatically opens up our ability to give and receive love to our human side too. So I love this coming in and being the pinpoint, because that is the crux of it all. I love your cards here because it came out one, and then the other cards came out as a plus and one. And there's an important message that comes underneath all that, which is when we're in a relationship with someone, it's not a half plus a half equals a whole. Sometimes we're taught that, right? No, it's a whole. It's 100 plus 100 equals 200, not 50 plus 50 equals 100, right? Not 50% plus 50% equals 100%. It's 100%, 100% equals 200%, or multiplied 1,000%, right? Can change that to a multiplication if we want. So again, coming back to this message of we fill ourselves up and then we give ourselves. They fill themselves up, they give themselves, and there's not a need. It's a want that comes in there. So I like that. So messages from your future soulmate will be these first two cards, and then that was part of your general reading. Then we'll get the other card there. So, wow. So they have the sun, the brightness, the shininess, and it could be that they are actually even like you know, a fire sign, Leo energy, but it is about brightness that shines light on every area of our lives. And it's an important thing. I feel like one side of this is that they're working on themselves. They are raising their own love vibration. They're focusing on their childhood and their inner child, because the sun, the Leo energy, is about, usually there's a little baby on a horse. That's our inner child. And they're, transforming, they're finding their self-love. And that's a big important piece of it, is that I feel like it's acknowledgement. I am working on myself as well. You're like, hallelujah, it's not going to be a fixer upper. They're fixing themselves up. That's funny. And then, yeah, look at this. They've even got another Leo energy with the strength card. And we've got the crown of vessels, which is the King of Cups. I love this because the King of Cups is this energy of I just want to like it's a compatibility. They roll over the cup suit. Plus, they also all the kings get swords. So it's the balance of the heart and the mind. And for me, it's one of the cards of compatibility that's coming in with all of that there. So I love that energy. I love this um, just confirmation of that we're going to be so compatible, and it's like someone like someone you deserve to be with. And we deserve to be with people like ourselves, which I really like because, we do have this, a lot of times we are the one that's texting and giving and showing and sharing and speaking. And then we're like, you're all blah, 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 blah. And they're like, wow, I feel that way too. And you're like, really? It's like, what is it from Say Anything? Is that the movie where I think he has the boombox, but he goes, I gave her my heart and she gave me a pen. And that's kind of the energy of like past relationships. um, but this is they're saying that I'm I'm someone you deserve. Right? I love that movie. That wasn't her father like a mortician or something, but I just feel like, it's like it's someone that is compatible, that speaks your love language as well. Right? Meet your tribe, right? And then, yeah, and you have the future here too. So the future card coming in with this here is showing that it is in the future, it is coming, it is destined. I like that, that it is part of the it's like with all the planets in there, it's like it's in the stars. So this relationship was built in the stars, and so it is a fated relationship that will be coming. So I like that. And that is from their future self coming in. And then the other so the general reading piece, so we had the nurturer, the empress in the beginning. But we also have the full card coming in. And I like this new adventure, new journey. This is telling me it's someone that you haven't met yet. It is someone who you meet in the future. That's what the future card is there as well. But there's also this energy of ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, right? There is this, wonderful freedom of like no expectations. And that's what happens when we find the love within ourselves. We don't need the love of the outside world. It's above and beyond extra. When we discover I'm the love I've been looking for all my life, that's when that self-love is wide open and we can give and receive love in such beautiful, huge ways. But it is this kind of starting from a place of, getting out of our head of all our supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must around love, around who we're supposed to be in love and how love is supposed to unfold and supposed to be and who they're supposed to be and should be and need to be. All that, there's this freedom that comes in. And that's what you're both learning right now on your separate, kind of compartmentalized away from each other. So you're letting those things go so that when you're raising your love vibration, when you guys meet, you're not going to have all that stuff that just sucks the life out of a relationship, because that's what expectations do. When we have the expectations, then we're judging the situation, ourselves, and others how you're not meeting up to those expectations. We focus on lack. We focus on who someone's not being instead of who someone is. And it's amazing when we are able to show gratitude and really just focus on all the amazing things people are. And the shortcomings are all stories anyway, they're not real, but we can celebrate who individuals are. So I love that. Yeah, John Cusack. That's right. Jaylene. All right. So that is what they have for you for that one, Nelia. You are very welcome. Thank you again so much for your donation. All right. And then, it looks like Irish Donna, you retracted, so we will move past you there. And then Moonlight, you are up, and then Lori, you'll be up after that. So I see your donation came through here on the Venmo, so thank you. So Moonlight, let's give that some love and a like there. And so you could really use some guidance for the upcoming week should you pull back and not give so much attention and help to R and just do you. I always say yes. We're the ones that deserve all our love and everything. And that we're taught give, 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 give away. And if there's anything left over, give it to yourself. But that just makes us feel empty and these empty barrels of energy where we're always feeling empty. But if we become a chalice and we fill up first and then everyone gets the overflow, everyone appreciates that a lot more because those waters that overflow are sweet nectar of the gods. Whereas when we're a barrel and we're giving, 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 it's sweet, bitter, not sweet, it's bitter, sour waters. And they're like, bleh. So I would say yes, but let's see what Spirit has to say around your specific situation too. So what would you like? Moonlight 5 to know here. All right. So the energy on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Swords, which is all of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that just feel heavy. I love it that they have a butterfly carrying that in here, and it's like, my goodness, very. These are the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that steal opportunities and steal our energy. And I like this that there's this. Next week it's a wonderful way to look at what are these thoughts and beliefs that I have about self-sacrifice. Let's see what these other cards have here. Yeah, you have the Hanged Man, or the Hanged One in this case, which is about pausing, seeing things from a different perspective. So that would be pulling back to me. Let's see what else we have here. Seven of Pentacles. Both of these have to do with this energy of patience and allowing things to unfold, allowing, the last thing on the fruit tree is fruit, but they are both patience and kind of stepping back that, right? Yeah, like, you're so funny. I'm glad that you've been giving more to yourself, giving lots of no's, right? That power of no is so powerful. Done in the drain mud. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We'll see what else we have here. And then they have the Champion of Coins. Oh my gosh. So the Knight of Pentacles. So three cards of patience and slowness and um, allowing the slowness. So all of these three would support that. There's like three of my timing cards. I think there's only like maybe Temperance is the other one. You have some more cards here, so maybe it'll show up too. But there is this time, it's giving time away. So that definitely supports giving them time to work on themselves. And when anything slows down, that also gives us the opportunity for us to look at our own thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us anymore, our emotions and relationships that don't serve us anymore. Look and evaluate our energy. Where am I investing it? What physical things can I change as well? So let's take a look. You've got 5 cards here that came out together. So those three came out together, which is crazy in itself. But let's see what these are here. Yeah, you have the Ace of Vessels, Ace of Cups. So this is focusing on self-love, right? The message in the bottle for ourselves. You're beginning to love. Oh, you're beginning to love your nose. No, it's very powerful. I remember when I first started learning my power of no because I was afraid to tell anyone no. And when you start choosing for you, it's like a whole new world and it's exciting. It is addictive. So, go all out with the no's and you balance out, when the power of no is new, we just want to use it all the time, you know, even if it's something you want to do. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you got the Six of Cups. So this is a lot of childhood, past life connection energy too. But it's a flow of emotion. I feel like this next card, yeah, and the Devil card. So these two together are really evaluating and taking the time to look at all of these uh, old beliefs, supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts. Um, this is what happens when we have these slow times. We're able to actually look at what it is that we've been told all our lives, right? Supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, oughta, all that kind of stuff. When we feel the pressure, that's what it is. And this is our shadow shaking and rattling these long held beliefs since we were children, and questioning, is that the story I want to put to things? Is that the emotion I want to feel? Is that where I want to invest my energy? Is that what I want in my physical world? Even though we're taught supposed to all our lives, and we're like, well, yes, that's what I should do. It's like, no, is that what I want to do? No, no, right? All these no's. Yeah, 10 of coins. What is it that really you really sincerely feel with the 10 of pentacles will make my life feel full and overflowing? We're taught a lot of stuff of what it's supposed to be, but what really actually does? And we spend a lot of our lives unconditioning our brain from all the conditioning that we grew up with. And then we're like, you know what? No, I'm going to live my life. That's why we have like midlife crises. It's more we're discovering that everything I was taught that I'm supposed to have, that's going to supposed to make me feel full, doesn't. And then I have this, you know, um, uh, freedom that comes, and I release myself from the cage, and I'm actually able to live there, right? Even went to church. Yeah, so you're the black sheep of the family. Yeah, it's the rebel, right? It's the learning to say no. Yeah, and so you have the 10 of coins and the 10 of wands. Where are you investing your energy? What what do you feel you're supposed to invest energy in here, and what do you want to? And I like the 10 of wands. We've been talking about that a little bit here in this session today. Someone else got it earlier. I think it was Jeep. And the 10 of wands is like realizing that there is a variety of different buckets instead of just one bucket where we're taught that everything is important and urgent today, and we have to get everything done. We're able to really create those three separate buckets where, um, you know, what is truly important and urgent, not what we've been told is important and urgent, but what we believe is truly important and urgent is bucket one. And then we have bucket two, which is what we truly feel is important, but it's not urgent. So it's something that we can space out over time, knowing when that thing will become urgent, putting it on our calendar or whatever. And then there's the third bucket, which is it's urgent and it's urgent, 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 but it's not important. And it's like, I don't have to invest energy in that. And that's the challenging bucket, because we're taught everything is important. And it'll be like, well, I don't feel it's important, but everyone is like, it's important. And you're like, no, it's not. I'm not going to invest energy in it. And it's like this change of how you are investing your energy too. So I like that for you. So all of that to come back to, yeah, absolutely come back to you, and you get to determine the attention, the energy focus of where you are, and just do you. Because that's one of the things when I start to feel pressure and start to feel a lot of energy, it's like, what am I trying to fix? What do I feel R needs to change? Why do? Because I have this story that they need to be something else, that they shouldn't be in the situation that they're in, right? So I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to control it. I feel I'm responsible for their happiness. But if they're an adult, then That's their journey. Children are different. If you don't feed them, they're going to starve to death. If you don't protect them, they might get killed or kidnapped. That's different. Children, when they're not able to care for themselves yet, that's different. But as children hit 13, 14, 15 years old, they're in some cultures, they're on their own. They're already considered adults. They have rituals, and they are them um, treated as adults. And children of that age anyway start to just we've taught them everything we can emotionally and mentally up to that point, and then they start watching our lives and learn from watching anyway. But that's the biggest thing we can do to help anyone is start with ourselves, sweep in front of our own door, and people will learn from our own example. And if you feel a nudge from spirit on the inside to say something or do something, you do it out of love with no expectations, not out of obligation. Ugh, right. And so there's this, a beautiful energy that comes with that. So hopefully that helps, Moonlight. Yeah, I get you. I was a latchkey child. I was back in those years where a lot of kids there's a small group of population here in the United States where parents were all out doing work and trying to do stuff where you came home from school with your little key and you went in and um, stayed inside and did your homework, did your chores, and then parents came home later, and then they were busy doing their own things, and you learned to be very independent. What helped me, especially too, is realizing I chose my family. What? Why in the hell would I do that? But I did. I am very independent, very self-sufficient, um, and it's because that's what I learned growing up, and I'm grateful for it. Now, as a child, it's scary, but you learn that. So, if you look at your family and realize, and this is for everybody, right? Why did I choose my dad? Why did I choose my mom? Why did I choose my brother? And if you guys have any other siblings, and it's like, oh, okay, I definitely understand who I am. My dad is a Sagittarius. He was a salesman. He interacted with people, hilarious, funny, joyful, a lot of energy. My mom, a Pisces, and she was always wanted to be a teacher and very spiritual. And so when you put those two together, it's like, well, I understand why I wanted their energy to be there. My brother, Taurus. It's funny. Each of my family, my mom's a water sign son, my dad's a fire sign, my brother's an earth sign, and I'm an air sign. It's like all four elements. Wow. But you can really look at life differently when why did I choose this? Okay, I see it. Instead of why did this happen to me? We come down here to experience that victimhood of life is happening to, you know, and then when we're ready and we're like, I've had enough of that. Okay, why did I want this to happen for me? Wow, it's empowering, right? So I like that. All right, so that is what they have for you. Yeah, yeah, I get you. That abandonment experience, such a delicious experience, right? Mwah! To feel in the way and unwanted, and why did you want me? Why am I here? But looking at why, yeah, why did we want that, right? So some good clarity can come in with that. So, right, hang in there, Moonlight. Much love to you. You're definitely not alone in your experiences. Obviously, some people are mentioning it here too. All right. So up next, so we've got Lori and then Timmy and then Maria. You'll be up after that. So thank you guys so much. So Lori, thank you for your donation via the Venmo. And you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Yeah, I get you. When my dad asked my mom for a divorce, I think I was like 17, and she came back. They actually met. He had gone somewhere else to he was in like California to prepare us to move there, and he'd been there for a little bit, getting business up and going, was going to look for homes and that kind of thing. And then we had a bunch of stuff that we needed to take care of in Texas where we were living. And they both flew down to Mexico for a mutual friend's wedding. And that's where my dad asked my mom to divorce for a divorce. So my mom came back and I was like, what's going on? Because she looked like, did you get sick down in Mexico? But then she was just started bawling and said, your dad asked me for a divorce. And then she, in this moment of pain, shared with me that in between my older brother and me, he had cheated on her years, 18 years before. And she said, we had you to try to save the marriage. And so I was like, what? And you have this kind of like, well, you just told me that I failed then because the marriage is ending, right? But then you're like, oh, did my dad not want me? And, you have all that stuff, right? And then you just realize, oh, this is all for me because it allows you to realize it's the creator that loves us eternally and unconditionally. We're not down here by accident. We chose this life. And then when we can step into a new empowerment going, this wasn't an accident. I'm not here by creator was pouring people into the earth and go, okay, that's enough. Oops, I spilled. Someone's down there by accident. No, you're here on purpose too. So I love that. All right. Much love to you. All right. So Lori, thank you so much for your donation and your patience here. So general reading, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. A lot of energy of a new beginning coming in here. Let's see what all this is here for. All right. These three here. So you've got on the bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Cups, which is in here they call it the Crown of Vessels. But this is the King of Cups. And this is the balancing of the head and the heart. And we'll see here, this is my compatibility card too of a compatible person. We'll see what else comes in the cards here, though. We'll get clarity. So you got the full card coming in here, which is the first card in the major arcana. New beginnings, new journeys, new adventures, free of a lot of rules and old cycles. I like this new journey, this new adventure, full of possibilities that's coming in here. So you definitely have a new beginning coming your way. And you have the strength card. So 2 major arcana in a row. And this has to do, you've been doing a lot of inner work, I feel, with the strength card. Here's this very Zen lion human self with this in their third eye, their higher self. So I feel like you've been having some really strong connections, a lot of self-love and self-worth growth where it just feels like almost I like this contentment feeling that I'm feeling that you've been on this wonderful journey, getting to know yourself, balancing your head and your heart, where it just feels almost like harmony feels like there, if that makes sense. And you've got the Justice. Wow, three major arcana. So you definitely been doing some significant work here because the Justice card is the balancing of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, really connecting to the capital T truths. We're moving, small T truths rooted in fears and old thinking. And there's this significant balance energy that I'm feeling coming in here. So look at you. Kudos to you. All right. And then that leads you into these other 3 cards. Let's see what these are here. Yeah, so that makes sense. You've been cutting away a lot of old strings with the Devil card, another major arcana. Holy cow. So shaking and rattling that's been going on here. Yeah, you've been spending a lot of time with yourself. Wow, 5 out of 6 cards, major arcana. This is a significant alteration here. And with the Hermit card, this tells me you have been spending significant time on your own growth and your shadow work. I mean, literally shadow behind them, your shadow work, which is bringing you to this apprentice of coins, Page of Pentacles. So there definitely is new opportunities that are coming your way here because of all this, and a variety of opportunities. So whatever, I kind of almost feel like Eight of Pentacles energy, you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and all of this that you've been investing in is coming to fruition. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff starting to unfold and be drawn to you in the outside world, a lot of force fields, a lot of blockages and obstacles that are being removed and allowing for significant movement. The strength card is really standing out to me with the eights. Eight is a very flowy number. If you think of four on each side, it allows for this beautiful flow in the middle versus like a nine or a seven, where there's this obstacle in the middle. Again, a lot of flow that's coming in here. I feel like you have an oracle card here. It feels like the crows are calling to you. They're cawing, not calling, but cawing to you. So let's see what we have coming in here. This is the Urban Crow Oracle. All right. Yeah, so you have Risk. Card 41. What are they poking at here? Oh, it's a clam, an oyster. So let's take a look here. So the clams on the rock presented an interesting opportunity for the daring crow. Here you go, an interesting opportunity coming up for the daring crow. Do you dare? I think you dare. Despite the raging waves that threatened to pull the crow into the water, the bird held its position long enough to grab a piece of clam meat. You may need to assess if the reward is worth the risk, and if it is, now may be the time to take a chance on something you desire. Risk brings to your awareness an opportunity that others might forego out of fear. As a result, you may discover there is less competition, opening the door for you to succeed more easily. Wow. Yeah. So that's the energy that we were all talking about, right? So these you have this willingness now because you understand yourself a lot more. You got a lot more clarity on what cost benefit analysis is. This thing worth the risk? Yes, then I'm doing it. Other people are like, oh, I don't know, fear. And you're like, so you stand out. You're able to step forward. You're able to have success with these new opportunities that open up, but you get to decide if the risk is worth it to you or not. So I love this for you, Lori. Hopefully that helps with your what you were looking for from spirit. So thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right, so Timmy, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. Let me give that a love and a like since it lets me here. You want to know, will they offer you the job or new soon? All right, let's look here. Just need to wet the whistle there. All right. So let's see here. Will they offer you the job? Or is there something else coming your way here? All right. You feel like you're here in the bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot, which is the power of choice. You have the black and the white here. And so I feel like on one side that you're going to have choices here to make. So I feel like you are going to be offered a new job, but I feel like you're going to be offered more than one with this Chariot coming in. And let's take a look here. You've got two cards, one card, two cards. I feel like these are the two. Let's see what's in the middle here first. I got the Apprentice of Swords. So the Apprentice of Swords is the Page of Swords. Swords matches like you know this clarity, right? This it's communication. It's also but it's our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around things too that come in here. So I feel like you're going to have, you know, it's important for you to ask clarity on things. If you're unsure of which option to choose that comes up here, and it could be, you said it's the same job. It might be another one, but it could also be between taking it or not, right? But it's like, should I take this or not? Or if there is two options, um, what should I do? Then you can ask spirit for clarity and for guidance. You can ask them, hey, can you make this a no-brainer? Because if we're not sure, we don't have enough information. If I don't know, like, okay, this is the decision I want, that means I don't know enough. And then we can ask spirit to bring in more clarity to make it a no-brainer. So I like that coming in here. Um, yeah, you on one side you have the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. 5 of Swords is the like a battle between your head and your heart. And the 10 of Swords is about letting go of a lot of expectations and fears of failure and things like that that come in here. See what these other two cards are too. Yeah. And a new beginning, tons of energy to be invested in here as well. So I feel like that there is this, um, you know, this is letting go of this. The 10 of Swords is like when we're full of a lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's, where the Fool card is about letting go of all expectations and just allowing us to leap into a new opportunity and invest our energy in a different way than we had before. So I do definitely feel like there's this, you know, when we ask if something's a good fit, our power of choice with the Chariot is we get to decide if it's a good fit or not. We're the ones. Other people will have their own opinions. That's their own stories. But the Chariot card tells us in each moment, I get to decide what story I put to something, what emotion I want to feel, what energy I put forward, what physical actions I take. And from a spiritual standpoint, there is no wrong choice. There's just different choices with different experiences. I feel like you can stay in a position that you're in and because your mind is kind of that battle between your head and your heart wants something new, it wants exploration, it wants journey, it wants growth. The mind is, I don't want to fail, let me just stay shrunk where I'm at, right? The fear of failure, the fear of um, letting people down, life down, whatever down, right? So I like this that it everything is a good fit for us. It's just a matter of, is it what I truly want in my heart? So when for this position, for what you're looking for, if you close your eyes and open your heart, and you can look and go, is this really what I want, or is this what I think I want? And is this how, like, am I living or am I existing? And that tells us the difference, right? Existing means I'm trying to check off a bunch of things in my brain about supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, blah, blah, blah. Whereas when I'm following my dream, my heart, then I feel like I'm alive, I'm living, I'm excited. I don't wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. You wake up excited for what comes next, right? So hopefully that helps here, but I definitely feel that there's going to be an opportunity with this Fool card of a new opportunity, a new journey to begin. Whether it is at this company or maybe there is another option where you're like, you know what? um, Looking at other jobs out there in the world, if your heart's like, oh, I'd love to be you know, I don't know, a basket weaver. It's like, hey, look into it. But I love this energy coming in. So hopefully that helps, Timmy. You're very welcome. All right. And then we have here, so Maria, thank you for your donation via Z PayPal. And then Vidi Jalan, you'll be up after that. And thank you guys for your patience and getting to the free readings. I do prioritize donations and dive deeper into those. Once I'm done with donations, I will start on the free readings. And if I don't get to very many in this and don't finish them all, I will be back after in about 40 minutes. I'll be heading off to spend about an hour with my Praying Mantis members, and I'll eat, and then I'll come back on and finish out all readings if I don't complete them all in this session. All right. So, Maria, hello, hello. All right. Yeah, the days of our lives. You're so funny. All right. The passion season. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Let's give these some new energy here. All right. So first, Walter's feelings and thoughts of you today. So feelings and then thoughts today. And then what are his thoughts about you being a mom already? Okay, we'll take a look at that. And will he talk to you about his separation finalizing? All right. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. So first of all, what are his feelings about you today? You know, this 10 of Swords, really, there's a lot of fear of expectations. And I don't know, with all these swords that are broken here, I just feel like they're caught up here, with the feelings that, they're still a lot of disappointment, a lot of in their relationship and ships of the past. I just feel like their feelings are, of course, still on hold with all of this. They're 10 of Swords. Swords is the mind, it's thoughts, beliefs, mindsets. So their emotions are turned muted or paused while they're in their head, right? Which we knew that already, right? Thoughts, though, that are going on here. Yeah. So they got the Fool card. We got the Apprentice of Vessels, which is the Page of Cups. So new love, higher love. The Fool card is definitely about new beginnings, letting expectations go. These would be all these expectations and disappointments. They're really here seeing that it's, this energy of wanting emotion, wanting a different type of a mutant. That's funny, mutant love, a different love than they've had before, different emotions. And the Fool card is kind of this journey without walls and expectations and restrictions. It's like a lion that wants to go on an adventure with someone but not have to say intentions and this and that and blah 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 and blah blah blah. They just want to go on this exploration and go where and see where it goes, kind of energy that's coming in here, which makes sense with everything that's going on. They're not ready for, it's like they don't want to jump from one cage into another. They just want to get out of the cage and then just recover and evolve and reconsider things, if that makes sense. What are his thoughts about you being a mom already? Yeah, we've got the 8 of Coins, 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles too, So the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Coins is about, being able to put in the blood, the sweat, the tears. They see that you've been able to do so much, and in the progression of things. It's like someone who moves from an apprentice to a master. The On one side of the coins, the 5 of Pentacles is about a fear of lack and not having enough and being enough. And so, they see that you kind of do it all. I won't say have it all, but you do it all. There's something with them too that, you know, um, it's like this fear of not being enough or not having enough. So, especially uh, and I'm just hearing all these little things, and these are fears that are bouncing around inside that they'll work through, but they're working through a lot already. But so these are some things when anyone's interested in a single mom, it's like, well, I don't want to hurt a child. If I'm going to do something, I want to make sure I'm going to be enough, that I'm going to have enough, that I can be enough. And is that who I want to be, who I'm able to be, more so. I feel like that's what they want to be. I feel like they want to be a dad, that they want to be, but they're also fearing that if they would be enough. So I don't feel like there's any judgment and all that. In fact, with the Eight of Coins, I feel like they're like impressed that you are, able to do all this stuff. But, um, you know, they're like, it's a tough situation, that comes in there. I feel like they've got some history with, with stepdads and different things too, or like their mom dated. I don't know if they're like I feel like their parents separated, and that he's been in that situation where he had stepfathers who were a-holes, and you know, come in and gone, come in and gone, come in and gone, where they, kind of detached from those they just stopped looking to them, and he doesn't want to be that type of person. So there's that extra, let's say, fear, but this, I don't want to be that, kind of thing. I don't want to be that, so I want to make sure, kind of thing. Oh wow, okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Thank you for the validation. I love when I just love spirit. I just love spirit. And then, will he talk to you about his separation finalizing? Eight of Swords. Communication, and I feel like they will. Here, you guys got this great flow of, like you just said, about you guys talk a lot. The Eight of Swords is, smooth movement and flow of communication. Think of four swords on each side. There's this wonderful flow of thought and communication, and so I feel like they'll let you know, as you guys talk more and more and more and more. Again, we talked before about that this journey of the Fool is more like becoming friends and allowing that to just unfold as it will, right? Yeah. And oh, I don't know. I mean, you know, I feel like they're a good listener too, and so I feel like they're like they don't want to be one sided. I love their energy because I just feel like they're so down to earth, and um, they must have like a lot of water in their chart, or water moon or something. I just feel like they can connect so much to their, you know, their inner emotions, that they have a good balance of this divine masculine and feminine energy, where, they're like a gentle Ben. It's just, I just feel like there's someone that's used to listening to everyone else, you know, which is why you guys, I think, click so well. It's because you're used to listening to everyone else's problems, and then when they're like, "Oh, how are you? Oh my god, I gotta go. Time's up. But well, I'll find out about you later. Bye." Uh, yeah. So I like that. I like that. This, it's different for you guys. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you right now, Maria. Actually, I feel like I want to give you a bonus card today. I just feel like yeah, let's look at these intuitive whispers oracle. It's like a special bonus episode. Let's see what these intuitive whispers want you to know. All right, there it is. Yeah. Listen from the heart. Another 8. It's a big old heart around the full moon there. Yeah, an extra scene, right? Says your heart song wants to be heard. Are you listening to it? Your heart holds the most powerful energy of all, love. It also holds sadness, sorrow, and joy. It is full of big emotions, and it is inviting you to feel into it so you can process and heal in order to love more deeply. Woo. Whatever emotion your heart is holding right now, breathe into it. Suppressing this emotion could lead to your heart holding on to feelings for longer than it needs to. So breathe in with compassion, explore what needs to be released. And whether you're searching for a deeper self love or a romantic love, the journey always starts from within. Wow. The deeper you can love yourself, the deeper you will allow others to love you, and you can love in return. Let your heart be heard, healed, and harmonized. Wow. And it says how to listen from the heart. This is great for all of us. Lie down, place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Deepen your breath until both hands are rising and falling with every breath. Feel into your heart space with curiosity. What do you feel in this moment in your heart? Give yourself space to feel without judgment or expectation. The color at the heart energy center is green. Visualize a green light at the center of your chest, and with every breath, this light grows brighter and brighter in all directions. Feel the light pouring out of the front of your heart, the giving side, and opening through the back of the heart, the receiving side. And from this open hearted place, release emotion, clearing a pathway for new love to emerge. I love that. Perfect card for you. And then also I love the pinks here too. The green is the heart, is our human heart chakra energy. The pink is our higher heart energy. So if you see pink, then that's also the heart chakra. I know, right? I love it. There's even, yeah, listen to your heart, right? I love that song. I won't sing too much here. I love it. So many blessings to you, Maria. Thank you again for your donation and including us in your days of your lives. You're so funny. All right. All right. So up next, we got Vidi Jalan. So thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And it says, celebrate your fifth super on a live stream. So thank you so much for allowing me to be part of that. Hello, hello. I am doing good. I hope you're doing well. Boom, and right on. Boom, you're just all over it. So you'd like some messages regarding your fashion design career at the moment you're preparing for your master's. Wow. For the coming year, some guidance and messages on what's the best that you could work on. All right, let's take a look here. Of course, there's no wrong choices when it comes to spirit. There's like a should is, what am I supposed to do? They're like, there's no wrong choice, just different choices with different outcomes. So we'll ask them just what for your highest experience do they want you to know around it too. And then Rocky's World will be up after that. All right. Okay. So let's take a look here. What do they want you to know here about your fashion career? Come on. Okay. Cut that one and that one and that one. Look, those unfold in that direction. All right. So perfect. You have the Apprentice of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Look, new education, new information. And I love this as you're going into your master's for this coming year. Excuse me, keep on hiccuping. I love this for you because it's basically telling you this next education is so supported. It is in alignment, and this is for your highest experience. You're going to learn a lot. I feel like you're going to have some great connections that you meet during this next year too, and it gives you a lot of ideas about things. I just feel like you start building on things. And I feel like that of course during a master's you're going to have a lot of projects, and I just feel like this is such a wonderful place because you're going to get some great feedback, some great opinions, some great things that come in as well. So I love this for you, as the underlying energy that this master's program is very supported for you, and they're like, yes, thumbs up on it. All right, let's see what else they have. Yeah. So here's a new journey, a new adventure that's coming in here, and I love all that for you too, because you've got this letting go of old ways of thinking, expectations, and opening your mind, opening your heart. So many possibilities. And don't limit yourself at all as you go into this. And don't hold yourself back. Don't dim your light. Don't, yeah, restrict. Allow yourself to express things. Like if you're like, for a project, you're like thinking, oh, I want to do, a whole thing of shawls. I don't know why that's coming in, but just these beautiful shawls. But you're like, oh, but I don't know, I don't know. It's like, don't do that. Go, hey, what about this? Just share it. There's no wrong choice. And if you say something and they're like, "Oh, I like that. Have you thought about doing it?" And you're like, oh, wow, you'll get great feedback from your teachers and from even other of students that are in there. And you're going to learn and glean a lot from each other. So allow yourself to have this open mind and open heart, but don't hold yourself back. Yeah, keeper of vessels, queen of cups. So allow your emotions to flow. Definitely follow your intuition. A big piece is, of course, communicating with your higher self, your spiritual posse. They are, the creator. We're mini creators, right? And when we're in fear, our creativity shrinks because we're out of our connection with the creator. And so we're in fear. We're more trying to run from things and fight for things to feel safe. And there's no creative energy that comes in that. So it's really important here. I love the key. The key to things is to be in tune with your heart and to be connected to that beautiful thing. So any kind of deep breathing exercises, any kind of meditations, music that centers you into your beautiful, unconditional, eternal, loving energy with the higher source is important for your journey here, because otherwise your heart isn't flowing and um, you have confusion, you have restriction, your smallness, right? Instead of letting your freak flag flow in a way, maybe that's somewhat you do. You create freak flags. Is that a fashion thing? A new shirts with freak flags about expressing yourself. I don't know, but it's that kind of thing. Is being different, allowing your uniqueness to shine is important. Yeah, and the 6 of Wands, being in the present, staying in the moment, try not to get so fixed in the future that you lose out in the moments here. The 6 of Wands is about victory, about flow of energy, of knowing that in this moment you have everything that you need. And, coming back to the here and now is such an important thing. If we put a lot of um, attachment to a future outcome, I can be happy when, I'll be fulfilled when, I'll be successful and abundant when, then it never comes. We're pushing it off into the future when we can be present right now and celebrate everything that's happening in the moment. And I feel like that's an important piece, is celebrate each day along the way. And I love that for you. Right? And that leads you to these other ones here. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So you've got the 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles. There's abundance at the end of this. You've got the crown of vessels, king of cups, balancing of the head and the heart, and the defender, which this is the number 4, is the emperor. And the emperor is a great energy for you as you're going into that, is that you get to decide. There's a whole, like the emperor has a whole room full of people with opinions telling him the should, supposed to's, need to's for their empire. But at some point, the emperor goes, oh, wait a minute, I'm the emperor. I don't need to please all these people. I can say, thank you, everyone, for all of your ideas and opinions and everything. You can step out now. I'm going to decide. I choose. I put a plan together. I put action behind it. It's Aries energy. It's beginnings. Again, coming back to that full energy, it's the spark, the world of possibilities, and that um, it's all about you choosing. There's no wrong choice. Again, coming from spirit, and that you get to, um, you know, uh, put the energy behind what you're wanting. And, we can get ideas from other people and different things, but ultimately you get to choose your journey and, what you're wanting to do. And when you realize that, I love when a big aha in my life was when I realized there's no wrong choice. I was like, but all of this, all my life, I've been taught right and wrong, and that there's all these wrong things, and I'm afraid I'm going to do wrong. And they're like, no, that's a human thing. They go, when you come down here, there's a world of possibilities. There's no wrong choice. Everyone's going to have their opinions and they may not like it, but that's tough. That's their choice for their experience. But you get to decide your story, your emotions, your energy, your physical actions. You get to express. When you express your heart, people are amazed because we're in so much fear. A lot of humans growing up, that when someone steps up and says, "Here I am," and here's the love expressed in my unique way, people are like, "Oh, wow." And if people are jealous, it's because they feel like they, can't do that themselves, right? So that's what's coming in there for you, Vidi. So many blessings to you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Right. Right. And then up next here, we've got Rocky's World. And then I did have a donation come through the PayPal. So I'll take a look at that here in a sec. And for everyone else, for your free readings, I'm coming in. I'm going to be on for about 13 more minutes. Whatever I don't get to in this session, I'm going to go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to eat and then come back on and I'll finish out all readings. So you will get answers today. Um, so, you know, um, just thank you for your patience and getting to those. All right. So you're very welcome, VD. I'm excited for you. All right. So Rocky's World. I think you're up next. Yeah. So let's give you a love and a like there. Thank you so much for that donation. So you want to know what intentions does JP the Dangerous have for you? All right. Let's take a look here. So what are their intentions? Okay, what do we got here? All right, let's see what we have happening here. Yeah, the bottom of the deck here, they really have the Magician card here and this Three of Wands, and even the Six of Swords, which is about movement, movement, movement. But, there's a lot of energy in here about wanting to change course, wanting your course to change. And, they're in this middle of this transformation because these three cards that came out together, they got the Eight of Swords. So there's a lot of thinking that they're having about the intentions, about supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. And they're realizing a lot of their own thoughts and beliefs that have made them feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. And it does feel like they're changing intentions. They're changing the way they're looking at things because they are going through their own rebirth, their own death and rebirth that's coming in here. And they're also evaluating where they've been investing all of that energy that's coming in here too, right? So it feels like there's a change that's happening and a change of things that are unfolding for them here. So I definitely feel a change of intention. It's like they're seeing you in a different light. They're seeing you here as this nurturer. The nurturer is the Empress, and the champion of vessels is the Knight of Cups. So there is this movement of emotion that's happening that's changing their intentions. And it feels like it's turning into something even more positive, or something positive compared to maybe what, I don't know, if dangerous, if this is someone who has threatened you or done something. I just feel like there is this change of mind that's coming in. And the more you nurture yourself, the more you focus on your own emotions here, the more that things change. And I feel like this magician and this three of wands, this energy is also for you, that whatever you focus on is what changes and alters and um, expands, right? So if, let's say if I focus on someone, like if I focus on someone who's that I fear, right, or that I want or miss, or any of those kind of lower vibrational energies, I actually expand them. I actually make them even more larger. I attract more of it. But if I start having gratitude for whatever I can around someone or a situation or life in general, the more I focus my energy on the higher vibrational energy, the more things change, the more things alter, the more things transform, right? And so if I focus on fear for my safety, then the where our energy says, I really enjoy fearing for my safety. Can you make me fear more? We're like, no, that's not what I want, right? We want to change. We want to be able to, you know, look at um, what am I grateful for? And I am grateful for that I'm divinely protected, divinely guided, and that kind of energy and that kind of thing changes, right? Oh, dangerous tempting. Oh, you've never spoken. Oh, he's dangerous in that way. Well, that's good. That's good. Thank you for that clarification, because I do see this, but I do feel like there's intentions and things changing here. So, and it does feel like for the better. So that's good. That's good. At first, when that death card came out, I was like, oh, if they're dangerous. But Spirit was like, no, this is about they're going through their own transformation. Their energy is changing. And I feel like they do see you, and this all makes sense with they see you as this nurturer, and I do love all of that with the champion of vessels, that there is movement of emotion that comes in there, so I like that. um, so but there definitely feels like a change of direction that's coming in, and they're changing their mindsets, and but just know that they're kind of going through something over there, and that's okay. Whenever there's a delay that comes in, with, like, if you're like, well, I haven't talked to them, we've never spoken, there's this, this draw together that you guys have, that the delay is happening. They're being able to release some stuff, this change of mindset, this change of what they're doing, and that you can do the same. And then so it's like, and that can be, it's like, well, I want to meet them, right? Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, they do. I feel like they have a great sense of a bit of an empathic person, um, and that's why they stare, because it's like they see your light and they're just like this curiosity, right? But I do feel like there's this change, and of course it's always, you know look at what is going on inside of you, and the more you focus on your own, especially that empress energy, also is a message for you to focus on yourself and raising your love vibration, right? The more you expand your self-love and your self-worth, the more you open up the pipeline to be able to give and receive love to the outside world too. But I like this little play that's going on. Just know that they got some stuff. They're figuring out stuff, but they're just like, I feel like they look at you with curiosity. They're just like, what's going on? And I feel like they are attracted to your light, and they pick up on a lot of things. I just feel like they're very intuitive, very empathic. So they're just kind of like, what is she doing? But they are transforming and doing some things on their own too. I like that. Too funny. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you so much for your donation. The dangerous JP. I will see that differently now. It's like, I understand that though. Oh, that's trouble over there. But you can take time to look at, okay, what is this? I think we talked before that you guys do have like this energy here, coming in, there, like some past life energies that's there. All right. All right, you'll donate for one more? Absolutely. So I'm only going to probably have time for one more of my donations, and then I'll be back to Holly. We'll finish you up, and then Brenda, and then Rocky, if you do an additional one, then you guys will be first. And of course, for donations, I do dive deeper into those. So when I come back after my hour with my Praying Mantis members and after I eat, you guys will be up first, and we'll dive deep. And then we'll complete all the free readings as well at that time. And thank you guys for your patience and getting to those. All right. So up next, we have Win through the PayPal. So Win, you want to know, what is R to you? Are they your romantic soulmate, twin flame? What are their feelings? What messages? What's in store? And if possible, get some timing too. Sure, we'll see here. And yeah, I think we can get all that in here. All right. So first, who are they to you? What are they to you? Okay, we'll look at those. What are their feelings for you? Okay, what messages do they have for you? What's in store for the future? And anything about timing, please? Okay. All right. So let's take a look here. What are they for you here? So, you have the nurturer here, which is the Empress, right? You have the Nine of Wands, and then also the Champion of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. So, this energy that I'm getting in here, the Knight of Wands is very much about oh, Kelly. Okay, good, Kelly. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see there. So thank you. So, we've got this passion, this bringer of passion is what I heard when I saw these cards come out together, the bringer of passion. Because the Empress is about sensuality, right? New birth and feeling the divine feminine. And the Nine of Wands is, this energy of stepping into your energy, your passion, your fire. So I feel like they're not so much a like twin flame, even though they're all this fire, but I feel like they are a romantic soulmate. And what I mean by that is that there's pathways that we take. There's different individuals. Let's see, did I save that here? Yeah, there's this great video here, and I'll post it down here for everyone. There was these messages from Soulmate, Soul Partner, Twin Flame video. Pick a card that Spirit put out long ago. In the beginning, they talk about the difference between the three of them. We have people that are stepping stones, like soulmates. We have soul partners, which are people we end up with the rest of our lives. We have twin flames, which are more like someone that we're tied to, that brings us great passion, great growth, great expansiveness, and they're not normal. I mean, we don't have them. They're so it's like taking double the amount of energy or double amount of courses in college. It's like, well, we don't want to do that every lifetime. It's exhausting. It's expansive. It's like, speeds things up. So I feel like this is more of a stepping stone towards your soul partner who you'll end up with the rest of your life. What are the feelings they have for you right now? Yeah, two unique cards, past and present. They're kind of reflective of the past and kind of living in the moment here. They're kind of just reliving a lot of their past. And this makes sense with, we'll see what other messages they have for you with these other two cards, but it just feels as if that they're not able, because of their past, they're not able to share a lot of the love in their heart. They're because their self love is so restricted, they can't give and receive a whole lot of love. So they express a lot of their life through passion instead of through emotion, if that makes sense. Let's see what other messages they have here for you. Yeah, the Five of Wands. They got a lot of inner turmoil. This fire, the Five of Wands, a lot of inner conflict energetically. Page of Swords. It's like there's this journey, um, and I feel like the big message they have for you is that you're teaching them a lot about this inner passion, that you're bringing a lot of clarity around things. And I don't know, like if you, it would be like if you guys have these conversations where you talk to them about emotion, you talk to them about that, and they're just like, emotion? Wow, that's different. And I feel like with your experiences, you're showing them a different side of themselves, and it's helping them with their transformation. I feel like this is a big piece of this mirroring, that you're learning a lot through your experiences about yourself by your experiences with them, and likewise. But I feel like their message to you is that they're learning a lot about the difference between the two, and that they hadn't, it didn't even dawn on them because they've suppressed their emotion for so long. And I feel like you bring it up. I don't know why, but it feels like that's, they're recognizing it, and it's part of their journey. But I don't feel like they're a forever person for you. I feel like you're both stepping stones onto something else later in your life. What's in store for you guys in the future? Yeah, new beginnings. Here's the full card as an ending of an old cycle, beginning of new adventure, new partnerships coming in here. So this does tell me that it's the end, because this is the full card, the beginning of something new, new relationship. So I do feel like you guys, that it'll eventually lead to where you guys amicably realize that we both of us want different things. And thank you for the information. Thank you for the experiences. Thank you for the reflection. But we're moving on. And you guys do move on to different relationships with that here. Um, Timing coming in here. Yeah, you have the Three of Wands. With new information, you do choose to go a different direction. So the timing is up to you with all of this that's coming in here. So, but I like this here, because it's you realizing, okay, you're not, they're giving you the emotion they're able to give, which isn't a whole lot right now, but they're giving you what they can. We can't love someone more than the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So, you know, um, they only can give you, very little right now. And so I feel like at some point you're patient enough. I feel like you've been super patient already, but I feel like you realize, okay, I can't ask them to give me something that they can't give me, that they can't give themselves. So um, it's time, right? And so I feel like you'll be like, all right, this is a good time for me to to change. And I feel like you are the one that initiates the departure from each other eventually. So hopefully that resonates for you, Kelly. That's what's coming in. I know maybe that's not what we want to hear, but I love hearing about, wow, that there's something more. And be sure to check out that video if that resonates, because that's messages from your soulmate, your soul partner, or twin flame as well. Yep, absolutely, Holly. I actually, when I come back, I don't have a chat anyway. So, um, yeah. So, yeah, you can definitely, it'll all be recorded. And I'll post on this video the the link to the news stream and the order in which the readings were completed as well, so you guys can find your readings more easily. That's for donations and for the free readings both. So let me grab some screenshots. Oops, I'm late to my other one. I got a little chatty, but thank you again for your donation, Kelly. I greatly appreciate that. And I shall return in about an hour and a half or so, and I will finish up everything. So let me just grab some screenshots here, because when I do come back, I will complete an order here, of course, and then the donations will be done first at the beginning, and I will post a comment on that video as well. All right, so I got them all. Boom, boom, boom. All right, guys, thank you so much for your patience, all the love, all the support, all the thumbs up. It definitely helps spread the Zen love. So thank you for being part of the Love Tsunami. And until we see each other again, remember, every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we see each other, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. Until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.